And for the other battles, real quick, Emerson Kennedy, who else was it? Emerson Kennedy, Holmzie the God, and honestly, Murda Mook too. All three of these dudes. Something that I wrote down in my notes that I forgot that I remembered. I feel as though all three of them should adjust their delivery of their punches. EK's like flow that leads to his delivery, he has to change something about his rapping flow. EK be saying some stuff and lyrically it'd be like dope what he writes, but like his performance and execution and like the flow, like it just prevents how hard the punches could land, because you know how he's gonna flow and how the delivery's gonna come. It has like an awkward energy. It's like kind of like throwing like a change of pitch, like an awkward speed, awkwardness towards it. That, in my opinion, EK, he could be super fire at times, but he has to change up his flow and his delivery, which is kind of like you got to change everything. But his flow of rapping and his delivery, he got to change it up. I remember back in the day, DNA was getting like, in a sense, oversaturated. He was kind of getting predictable with punches. This is a setup, punch, and all that type of stuff. And DNA eventually, I guess you could say, he linked with K-Shine, started sparring with him or whatever, NWX, and he changed up his style a bit. Like EK needs to change his style. Who else? Holmzie as well. For this, he did great in the tournament, but in this particular battle, he was saying some stuff throughout the battle, but he was saying a lot of like setups without having like an impactful punch. It's like a boxer who's just like, this is how I felt watching Holmes, like a boxer just kind of like feinting a lot, feinting like they're gonna shoot something without actually just letting the jab fly, you feel me? Holmzie and Mook, we know he be saying a lot, and you have to rewatch and break down his bars and stuff like that, but to avoid having people having to watch your content like 4 or 5 times to get all the context of everything that you said, Mook would do so much better if he could adjust something with the setups for his punches, or make the end of his bars and the punches up for whatever the setup he's trying to display be more impactful, just more direct, or it's not direct because he'd be direct in his what he's writing, but just like something with the delivery, so it has that like in the moment, oh, that was fire, rather than let me replay this another 2-3 times and get everything you said. You know what I'm saying? When you have the ability to have that 2-3-4 time replay value, because what you just said is just that fire, I want to watch it 3-4 times, that's dope. But it kind of takes away from the impact, especially in the moment, if we're not just watching it over 3-4 times to catch everything, we're watching it 3-4 times because it didn't hit that hard the first time watching it, and we know that there's stuff that will hit again if we watch it again. You know what I'm saying? Like that present moment punch, Mook, for me, he needs to try to work on amplifying his present moment punch. All three of them, EK, Holmzie, and Mook, work on not just saying a lot, but saying something with a strong punch to make whatever you just said matter that much more.